All right, let's do a little Volvo tour today. So, this Volvo is not mine. This one is one that I had a friend of mine bring by, and he ran off the road and hit something with this wheel and broke the control arm and did a bunch of damage. I did as much as I can on this. This is a little bit too new for me to work on, so I did what I could for him so I made it roll again. But these are mine. I actually have 3 of these 240s. Let's go and take a look at the other parts car. The other parts car is actually a station wagon, and we can see that over here. And obviously, it's not in great shape. Although this one I did drive for a little bit. I don't really care for the station wagon all that much, and you can see that it has given up a door already for the other one. This is the door from one of the sedans there, and this one's pretty rough. So you can see it's not well attached, and that is because of this issue here. I don't know how well you can see this here, but there's a lot of metal just broken. So only the top hinge is really holding on this thing. And we can see inside here that it's all broken away on that hinge. So this door is unfortunately probably not salvageable, I think. I don't know if I can weld in enough metal there to make this ever work again, but I would like to get this door back because it's the right color for that car, and I prefer the this sort of robin's egg blue that's on that sedan version. This is an 85, and this has basically been relegated to parts storage, as you can see. So that's the oldest one. And that is the station wagon. And like I say, I drove it for a very short period of time, and then one day it would not start, and I could not get it to start again. I messed with it for a while until I just gave up and went back to the blue one. So, out here, we have the 2 sedan 240s. So, I bought all of these from the same person, and one at a time. Someone who is into Volvo 240s, and I like Volvo 240s as well, so I understand why. But the blue one is going to be the one I'm going to use, mostly because of some rot in the bodywork on this one. Now, you can't really see much of that from the outside. It actually looks pretty good from the outside and mostly looks intact. However, the most obvious one is that giant hole right there. And I've got all this stuff over to kind of cover that hole up. I was driving this a little bit. And then the other hole is well, it's right underneath that floor pad there on the rear driver's side seat. So if we look underneath, we can see a lot of deterioration here in the underbody, and this is just a killer. I could repair this. This is really the only part, that and that hole in the trunk, but it's pretty bad. You can see how deteriorated this is, and this is all, in theory, galvanized, but I guess down here not so much. And this has got a good exhaust on it, so I'll probably salvage a bunch of stuff off of this thing to get the other one going. But this one has a really good interior, so really comparatively it has a good interior, so we're going to probably use a lot of the interior parts. That looks really pretty good, aside from, some dirt. I don't even see a lot of sign of mice in here. They seem to love the blue one, but they haven't seemed to gotten into this one. I've put some stuff in the blue one to try to deal with them, but you can see the door cards aren't super great, but the rest of the interior, the seats, like the seats in the other one, the seats in the blue one are absolutely trashed. But these are actually pretty good. And the back seat too, not too bad. Everything is there and intact and works. I got a little bit of weird wiring from the stereo, which is going to go away. But I've been, try to preserve this interior. I got the shade up on the back window. I've got this parked away from the sun, so I'm trying to keep the interior in this thing in pretty good shape. Obviously, the dashboard's not super great, but it's probably not going to move from this car to the other one. The other one's probably going to just keep its dashboard, but unfortunately, I got a broken window. On this one, I had left it parked in town, and somebody broke my window and got in and I think was sleeping in it. And he's lucky, or he or she is lucky I didn't catch him in the act, because we probably both would have gone to jail that day. And you can see this is the door that is off of the station wagon. And I may swap it for one of the silver ones, but I'd really like to get the original door back on, because the color will match, and I'm not intending to paint this thing. So this is the Volvo 240 project that is going to be coming up. I'm thinking that probably we're looking at least a transmission swap between these two, because the silver one has probably half the miles on it as the blue one, which probably has upwards of 400,000 miles at this point. So we're looking at probably doing at least a transmission, because the one in the blue one is in pretty rough shape. It doesn't shift very well. Synchros are kind of wearing out. It makes a bunch of funny noises. I kind of enjoy driving it, actually, because it makes it kind of interesting, but probably looking at doing that. And it definitely needs a clutch. So we're doing some kind of work with the transmission, probably going to do a swap and a clutch at the same time. I'm not sure if I want to change the engine, because this engine has always run really, really great and always started right up and never given me really that much trouble. I've had a couple of issues with it here and there, just with minor stuff. But the silver one just doesn't want to run right. It'll run for half an hour and then it'll stop running, and then you can't get it to go again. So and it's fuel injection related. I'm having a lot of trouble with the fuel injection stuff, and I'm really considering switching over to a carburetor because of that. And there is a kit you can do that, but I hate fuel injection. I've always hated fuel injection. I much prefer a carbureted engine, but it is what it is. So I may end up, maybe I'll just use the block out of this one, or the engine itself, and not the fuel system, and then maybe I'll go carbureted and change the engine over too, since this has got so many fewer miles on it. But so that's the initial look at the 240s. We're going to go ahead and start that project at some point, but right now I'm actually driving the blue one because she still runs and she's registered.